Everybody on earth has a schedule. We are on earth for an appointed time in this life as we know it. We all are pilots of the plane of life. The plane is the vessel that we are in to complete our destination, the same as it is with a spirit and a soul. Our soul is a vessel for the spirit. And like an airline pilot, the plane is the vessel for the pilot to make his trips. We take these trips around the sun, as some of us say when it's our birthdays. So, us being pilots of the plane of life, that means this is the path or whatever journey you will take during your trips in life, and you are in charge of what you make of your trips and how you respond to life challenges along the way. You know how they say life be lifing? So, pilots of the plane of life, you are the pilot in charge of your flight while you make your trips to your destination. God made us in His image. He already empowered you to be great when He created you. The plane of life is things that we experience during life, during our trips. We all have our arrival time and our departure time. Now, what this means is this is a time to be born. This could be a time to transition. This is a time for us to reach our goals when we arrive at that destination. So there are times to depart from a current situation or a place or a relationship in order to arrive at a destination that's meant for you. We all have our arrival time and our departure time. Now, during any point in our flight, we may get delayed. That means whatever was delayed wasn't meant to happen at that certain point, because we are on God's schedule. God knew what He had for you when you were created. The path or the route for your trips is already set for you. You just have to do your work, take your trips, and trust God's timing. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." So now, while we are in this plane of life, we will hit some turbulence. The turbulence is a wake-up call, and we are not to panic when we hit turbulence, although that might be the natural human reaction. So now the turbulence is the unexpected disruptions to your normal life routine, right? The unexpected things in life, the random life challenges you may face, the things, how they say life be lifing. So as we hit these turbulence, we can gain life experience from that if we are open to it. So instead of wondering why you are going through something, you'll be trusting God that you will see what you need from that storm that you went through. Our life is designed to hit turbulence and go through different storms or challenges. We wouldn't know how to handle it if we had never been through it before. So this is why God equipped each plane with instruments to guide us. The same way that pilot may have to fly around a storm, that pilot may not see where he's at in the middle of the storm. He may not know what's going on, but he has an instrument panel to guide his destination through that storm. So for us in life, these instruments and tools is our faith to guide us to where we are going. So we may not know where we are in a storm. We may not know why we're going through it right now, but we have those instruments of faith that God equipped us with. We do know where we are going. The 1 Corinthians chapter 12 talks about spiritual gifts. And the 9th verse of that chapter talks about the gift of faith. So just because a storm looks impossible to conquer, it does not mean we won't make it through. And regardless of all of the passages that come in and out of our life, we must rely on our instruments of faith. Our instruments of faith. So the passages are the different people we know and affect in our life. These are the people who may know what you are going through, and they may panic and attack our faith. They may be feared and worried for you, but we are not to be concerned with their worries or fears. We must rely on our own instrument of faith all the way through the storm. Trust God. Have faith. Amen.